Good morning mga boss. So today's discussion is about MBA method of short circuit calculation. So in our previous video we discussed the point-to-point method. Same as the MBA method, it is a manual method of short circuit calculation. But in this case we are modifying a calculation of an ohmic method. So may discuss natin kung paano yun. And this method typically convert the typical single line diagram into MBA single line diagram. So ipapakita natin kung paano ginagawa yon. So yung mga components of a single line diagram that contributes in the short circuit current should be included in the conversion of in MBA value. For example, the utility. So this is the formula of converting the details for MBA equivalent of the utility. For the transformer, so MBA of the transformer divided by the impedance voltage o yung percentile niya, and yung motor if your electrical system consists of electric motor load. So kasama yan sa kailangan mo i-convert as MVA. It is calculated as MVA of the motor over the subtransient reactance. And generator, if your electrical system has generator, so kailangan mo rin isama yan. So this is the formula for converting into MVA equivalent. MVA of the generator over the subtransient reactance of the generator. For cable, so this formula KB squared, or the voltage, over the per phase impedance in ohms or Z. For this example, our MVA already given 400 MVA. So if your data is a short circuit, available short circuit current, so you can use the power formula, square root of 3 multiplied by the short circuit current multiply the utility voltage. So that is the MVA of the utility. For transformer, you can say that this is 2 MVA divided by 6.75%. For the motor, it's 0.5 MVA over the 15% subtransient value. For the cable, this is a formula. For cable 1, since this is 13.8 kb, so ang voltage natin dyan is 13.8 kb squared over the per phase impedance in ohms of 140 kc mil, 1 core per phase at the length of 50 feet. For cable 2, same. In this case, 0.4 kb kasi ang bus voltage dito is 400 volts over the per phase impedance of 1000 kc mil with the 4 core per phase with the length of 100 feet. For cable 3, 400 volts bus, since this is the bus on the MCC, motor control center. So lump means pinagsama-sama na natin lahat yung motor load. So meron siyang 500 kVA. So for the cables of 600 kc mil, which has 2 core per phase and length of 50 feet. So i-convert natin yan per phase impedance. Paano ba ganyan? So ang given natin dito, kinuha natin yung technical data sheets ng cable per size. We have 140 kc mil, 1000 kc mil, and 600 kc mil. So this technical data sheets of resistance value in ohms per 1000 feet. So 0.092, 0.022, and 0.013. For the reactance value, ohms per 1000 feet. For 140 kc mil, meron tayong 0.08 and 1000 for 0.04, and we have 600 kc mil, we have 0.038 ohms per 1000 feet. So paano ba kina-compute yung impedance per phase? Okay, So for the impedance calculation, kailangan mo yung data ng size ng cable and yung length. The same time yung number of parallel conductors. For the R value, so since this is per 1,000 feet, so multiply natin siya ng length, makakakuha tayo ng 0.046 ohms para sa resistance value ng 140 kc mil na cable. Same as in the reactance value, which is 0.0040 ohms. So bali obtain mo lang yung typical value ng resistance at reactance, i-multiply mo lang siya sa length ng cable, makakakuha ka na ng resistance and reactance value per cable. Hindi pa dito kasama yung number of parallel conductors. So kailangan mong kuhanin yung Z equivalent or yung impedance per cable. So simply square root of R squared plus X squared. So we have 0.061 ohms. Z equivalent per cable lang yan. And since we have one cable per phase, so our per phase impedance will be the equivalent impedance per cable divided by the number of parallel conductors. So we have 0.061 ohms divided by 1, which is 1 core per phase. So we have 0.061 ohms. Ito yung value ng ating per phase impedance ng 140 kc mil. So kinumpit na natin yan. For 1,000, ito yung value ng kanyang per phase impedance, 0.0011. And for 600 kc mil, which is 2 core per phase, equivalent to 0.0010 ohms in ohms. So ibalik natin yan sa formula ng conversion ng MVA para sa mga cable. So ito yung value niya. For cable 1, ang value MVA value niya is 31,219 MVA. For cable 2, 145.45 MVA, and for cable 3, 160 MVA. So nakuha na natin lahat yung components that contributes on the short circuit current. So pwede natin siyang ilagay sa MVA single line diagram. So from typical single line diagram, i-convert natin siya into MVA single line diagram. So yung utility mo, ito equivalent to 400. Yung 140 kc mil cable equivalent to this 31,219 MVA. Your transformer will be equivalent to 29.63 MVA. 1000 kc mil cable 145.45 MVA. Your 600 kc mil cable 160 MVA, and your lamp motors equivalent to 3.33 MVA. So with this MVA single line diagram, makakapag calculate na tayo ng fault per fault point. For example, yung fault point 1. So focusing on fault point 1, kailangan mong i-simplify into single MVA value at fault point 1. Paano natin gagawin yan? So as you observe in this, from 400 MVA up to 145 MVA, isi-simplify natin yan. So paano? Let's say this is MVA 1. So it is calculated with this type of calculation. It's like calculating in parallel value. So 1 over 400 plus 1 over this value plus 1 over 29.63 plus 145.45 until ma-meet mo yung fault point where you are analyzing. So your MVA 1 value will be 23.17 MVA, and for your MVA 2 value, so this one is in series connection. So this one, how to calculate when it comes to MBA simplification. So MBA 2 is equals to 3.26 MBA. So na-simplify na natin as to this value. Yung upper side, upstream, is 23.17 as calculated, and yung downstream, in between fault point, is 3.26 MBA. So, kapag nakakita ka ng ganitong connection, it is simply adding two values like series connection. So at fault 1, MBA will be equivalent to 26.43 MBA. So meaning at fault point 1, ang total MBA short circuit natin is 26.43 MBA. 26.43. So to solve for the short circuit current, yung simplified MVA fault at fault 1 divided by square root ng 3 divided by yung bus voltage dun sa bus under analysis. At this case, fault point 1, mapapansin mo dito nasa 400 volt bus siya. So ang ating voltage yan is 0.4 kV. So with the equivalent short circuit of 38.2 kilo ampere. So dito, kung mag-a-analyze ka the secondary side ng transformer, here at this side, maglagay ka dito ng fault point and i-calculate mo as per hour yung diniscuss natin. So here, simplification ng tatlong value ng MVA, and isi-simplify mo din yung tatlong value ng value sa downstream ng fault point. Okay, and then pag na-simplify mo na yung value ng MVA sa fault to secondary side ng transformer, gamitan mo na ng power formula. Ito yung value. So makakapag-estimate ka na ng kahit rating ng iyong circuit breaker. Mapapansin mo doon sa ating fault point method, ang value ng result ng ating calculation is mas mataas sa result ng MVA method. It is slightly higher yung fault point to point method compared to MVA method. So yun lang mga boss, and next video we will present per unit method. Medyo mahaba itong per unit method dahil actually this type of method, yung per unit method, siya yung ginagamit para sa detailed power system analysis or electrical system analysis. So medyo mahabang video itong per unit method. So stay tuned, and thank you mga boss. God bless.